Many times I get asked, how much weight have I lost? And I'm really happy to explain to them I've lost about 95, close to 100 pounds. But the question I really like to get asked is, what's your blood sugar? Because for me, the gastric bypass operation I had about 4 years ago was important to lose weight, but most importantly, it was to lose my diabetes. And I had first heard these stories on news reports, and I was very skeptical about whether or not people really lost their diabetes. I was of the opinion that once you had diabetes, you had it for the rest of your life, and the task at hand was to manage it, to somehow make sure that it didn't do all the damage that it can do over time. So I became very curious. I started to talk to a lot of different people about gastric bypass. And the more people I talked to, the more I found out that it was true. People did receive 100%, in many cases, resolution of their diabetes. And that was before they lost the weight. That was immediately. I had talked to researchers. I called researchers all over the United States. I read medical journals. I talked to people who actually had the procedure done. I talked to surgeons. Everybody was confirming that that was the case. With that information, I ran to the operating room, had the surgery done. I can remember the anesthesiologist telling me right before I went into the surgery, you can kiss your diabetes goodbye. And that was great news. The next thing I knew, I woke up in a recovery room, and one of the nurses wanted to give me some diabetes medication. I said, please don't do that. I don't think I have diabetes anymore. And sure enough, it was gone. I have never had about any problems with diabetes since. I can wake up any morning and take my blood sugar, and it'll be perfect. 98, 102, perfect on my blood sugars. I've done glucose testing after 2 hours after eating large meals, and it's the same thing. My blood sugar is perfect. So in terms of the results and the success of the operation and the procedure, fantastic. It was enormous. It was a real life changer for me. My mother died of complications of diabetes, and consequently it has always been a concern for myself and my siblings. I have 4 brothers. 3 of them are diabetics. One of them is my twin brother, and because of mismanaging his diabetes, he was on dialysis. His kidneys had failed. And after having this surgery, we talked to surgeons in California who said this would be a good idea for him. And he's the first patient at Stanford University that's on dialysis to ever have a gastric bypass operation. He lost the weight, and because of that, he became a better candidate to receive a kidney from me, his twin brother. And kind of a side note to all of this is that in addition to being twins, we found out for the first time in our lives, after 59 years, that we were actually identical twins. So my kidney was exactly like his kidney. And after the operation, it meant absolutely no anti-rejection medication. Today, he is a healthy, fantastic. His diabetes is very, very minimized. He does take a tiny bit of medication every morning, and that's it. He's lost close to 100 pounds. 1 year after the kidney transplant and the gastric bypass surgeries that we've had, we did a sprint triathlon. That's where we're swimming in the water, riding bicycles, and running 3.2 miles. So it was a tremendous experience for us. We look forward to long lives. We feel like because of the gastric bypass and the kidney transplant, our lives have been extended by 15, 20, 30 years. And so for us, this type of a procedure was a life-saving procedure, and it is for many people, I believe. My surgery was done by Rocky Mountain Associated Physicians, and my surgeon was Dr. Sherm Smith. And I have to say that Dr. Smith, his staff, were extremely professional. These are people that care immensely about their patients. One of the things I appreciate the most, I think, is the follow-up care and the support that comes after somebody's had a procedure like that.